Guys, welcome to my new video on AI machine learning MLOps. So as promised to you guys, I am back with a new video on the deployment of an ML model with Docker and Kubernetes. So this video we were trying to make for a long time, and finally I got some time, and uh, we are here with the tutorial. So without wasting more time, let's get started. So in this video, I'm going to show you to make a very simple ML model deployment with the help of Docker and Kubernetes cluster. So in this way, everything right from model training to deployment, I will show you one by one. So I have this folder created here called as ML service, microservice, which has three folders: app, Kubernetes, model artifacts, a virtual environment, a Docker file, a requirement.txt, and a model.train.py file. So this is a very simple model.train.py file which loads a iris data set, gets XY, target and features intact, splits it, random forest classifier is applied, everything is fitted on the model, and then the model gets stored in the form of a pickle file with the help of joblib. So this is the train.py file. So first of all, I'll open my terminal and I will just run this file to create the model. So let me just right. So the model is now created and it is stored in this model artifacts folder, model.pickle. So the next step is to create a Docker image of this file. So for that, you need a Docker file. So I have created a Docker file. So if you see the steps in the Docker file, first we are downloading the Python. Then we are creating a folder called as app. We are copying everything from the requirement.txt in that app as it is. Then we are running pip install requirement.txt so that everything as a dependency is installed in the image. Then from app, everything we are copying to the app, copy the model artifacts, that is the file from the which is created through the model is also copied. The path, environment path is set, and the port number is exposed, that is expose the port number 8000. And then the command is ran, which is unicorn, app is main.app, host is the local host, port is 8000. So for that, first of all, you need Docker installed. So if you don't have Docker, you need to install it. So I can check that this is my Docker version. This is my Docker version already installed. And also you can see that I have a Docker desktop application here running. So this is how the application looks like. Pretty simple. The downloading and all I have showed in a previous video. You can follow that video. I'll leave the link to that video also in the description. And this is how the Docker interface looks like. So here you need to go to the settings and then you can click on the Kubernetes and just enable the Kubernetes and apply and restart if you haven't started Kubernetes. So what this will do basically is that it will create the Kubernetes cluster for you locally. And this is not the cloud-based Kubernetes cluster. This will run the Kubernetes cluster locally, which will manage the scaling of your application locally. So for the sake of this video, you can even use the local version, but if you need a better Kubernetes cluster, you can go for the cloud versions. So this is the Docker file, and now I will create the Docker file. So for that, the command is docker build t, then the name of the service that you want to create. So I will be writing the name as ML microservices latest and dot so that everything in this project is created as a microservice. So just press enter. So it shows it is creating the Docker image. Now all the steps that were written by me in the Docker file are cleared, and you see everything is in blue. That means the Docker image was successfully created. So now what you can do is that just write the command docker run port number that is exposed port number 8000 with this Docker image called as ML microservice latest. So just click on this. And you see that now your Docker is successfully initialized, server is started, application is running on this port number. So to check that this image is working or not, you can just hit the curl command. So for that, I have already pre-written the curl command for you, and the code for this entire thing is in the app file. So you can see the predictor.py file where the code for the entire prediction is there. So we won't go deep inside the code part because my goal for this video is to deploy the model for you, not to show you how the ML model works. So, but this code is a very important part of the deployment. So I will give it to you. In the utils file also there is a model loader file. So this helps in picking up the model from the job lib, and if there is an error, it will show an error as well. But now since my Docker image is running, how to check it using the curl command? So what it will do is that this is the curl command that I had written, localhost 8000, and it will hit the predict method, and in the predict method is defined in the model predictor. So if you see here there must be some predict method, or maybe in the main file. Let me check the main file. So this is the model.predictor health. So here is the app.post.predict method. Whenever a hit from the localhost will come, it will process it and it will give back the result. So here we are passing the features for three models, and let's try to see how the prediction looks like. So okay, the predictions are like this: 0, 1, 2, 3 for the three classes of the flowers that are in the iris dataset. And this is the probability how it looks like. So this is the image Dockerization is done. Now the next step is that how to deploy this into Kubernetes. So that was the main goal of this video, right? So there is one more folder that I have created called as Kubernetes, and there are three files. One is deployment.yaml and service.yaml. So these are two important files that you need to create. So I'll show you how it looks like. So this is the deployment.yaml file. And for Kubernetes deployment, you need to create these two files. So if you see this files, there is the API version. So this is an API version. Then the kind is as deployment. Then the name of the service is ML microservice. Now you can see here there are replicas as two. That means that in the cluster, I have to create two replicas of my service, so that whenever any one of the pod might be affected, other can handle the load. So the port number exposed is 8000, and the health is seen on this path, that is health. Continuously health monitoring can be checked, and the other parameters are such. So if you are not aware how to make this Docker deployment.yaml, you can take help from GPT or Claude to create this kind of YAML file for deployment. Once this is done, then you also need Kubernetes installed, but it comes in pre-installed with my Docker desktop. So let's try to check all the cluster information that is available. So right now you see there is no cluster. So I got it with the kube control cluster info command. Now what I will do is that first I will deploy the deployment file. So for that the command is such: kube control apply force kubernetes deployment dot YAML, and just click on enter. So as you click on enter, it will show that the ML microservice is created. In the same way, there is this service.yaml file. So here also you can see API version is this, name of the metadata is this. So this is basically a service which is actually defining that it's a load balancer, that whenever the request to coming to my ML deployments get a lot, so this service will automatically act as a load balancer, and it will switch between the pods that were deployed in the deployment file. So here we have deployed two replicas, right? And the service.yaml will act as a load balancer, and whenever more deployments will be coming to the Docker file, it will pass it to the other pod. So my Docker deployment is done. Now I need to also create this service deployment. So for that, same apply force service YAML. So now my service is also created. How to check if this service were created? So you can go to your Docker desktop and you can click on the containers, and you can see here the Upbeat Booth ML service is running on the port number. So it was just created some time ago. And if you see the images here also, you can see the latest in use images is found. Just click on the container again, and let's click on this. So here you can see more information about your image and all. But to check whether this deployment is working or not, again we'll be hitting the curl command. So here the deployment is running, but to check whether deployment is done, what you can do is that you can apply again kube control get deployments. So this will show all the deployed service. So it shows that okay, ML microservice 2 is to 2 is ready, up to date, and it was created 2 minutes 52 seconds ago. Also, you can run the cube CTL to get all the pods that are live for this service. So this is the command. So it shows that, okay, there are two pods running for this microservice and they are in this status, running. Again, you can also check for how many services are running for this image. So for that, again, the command is kubectl get services. All right, so it shows that, okay, on this IP, that is this ML microservice load balancer is running. This is the external IP. So external IP shows that it is running on the local host as of now. This cluster IP is internal to the cluster. It is not external from where the hits will be getting generated. So just make sure that whenever you are deploying it using cloud platform, here in the local IP, you won't get local host. But since I'm using Docker desktop, so here I am getting local host because my Kubernetes is getting a route through my local host. But in actual deployment, here you will get a IP, real IP. So this is how it looks like. Then to check whether your commands are working or sorry, or whether your service is working, just try to hit the Docker with the help of Kubernetes cluster. So again, we will be posting it on the localhost predict and pass it a array of features, and we get the probability output as well as the prediction as 0. Again, to check for the logs of this, so just use the log command and you can see all the logs for this particular model.artifact. So if you see from start, server started, then waiting for application startup, unicorn is started, loaded the model, health is in place. So this health command always checks the server pod health. Now, suppose in a production environment, your two pods are not enough. So you can even scale the entire project by using this command called as kubeflow scale deployment. Then give the name of the deployment ML microservice. Give the name of how many replicas of the pod you need. So instead of two, let's get for three this time. And just press enter. So it shows that now your microservice was scaled automatically. Now if you try to check the number of pods, get the number of pods on which the service is running. So you can see that instead of two pods, now three pods are running automatically. So this is how you can deploy your ML models on your first on your Docker image, and then using Kubernetes you can scale it so that in production environment, whenever there is a lot of load coming and hitting the ML model, automatically scaling and descaling of the application takes place so that your services, enterprise services, are not affected. After everything is done, what you can do is that you can even clean up the Docker service. You can even close it. So for that, the command is kubectl delete deployment. So first, you need to delete the service. So we'll deploy the service, ML microservice. Now it's deleted. Now you can also delete the deployment just like that. So the deployment also deleted. Now you can verify if they are deleted or not. So for that, again, kubectl get all. So there is none. There is no service live. And if you also want to remove the Docker image, so for that you can just use this command docker rmi remove ml microservice latest. That was the name of my file, and just click on this. So it didn't got removed, but if I try to force it and remove, maybe I can remove it. Okay, so now the service is sorry, the Docker image is also removed. And finally, you can even delete all the unnecessary files if you need from the Docker. So for that, there is a command called a system prune fforce. All right, so all the containers that was deployed unnecessary, all is deleted. Simple as that. And now if you see the Docker file, Docker containers, Docker images, these will all be automatically deleted. This was all about the ML ops deployment using Docker and Kubernetes that I wanted to show you. I hope that I had shed enough light on the deployment part. Feel free to write any doubts that you have regarding the deployment in the comment section below and how you use Docker and Kubernetes to scale your application. Even I might get to learn something interesting. Till then, see you next time, guys. Bye bye.